Hello dear, in this video we are going to discuss about rule for negation. Okay, so here this includes single negation and double negation too. So first we'll there are three rules in the natural deduction for negations. So first rule is negation implication or negation insertion to insert a negation. So what are all the situations where a negation can be included in a natural deduction? Okay, so we start with some assumption, and if that assumption along with the premise is proven to be false, we start with some assumption, and after substituting some of the deductions like this, these dots actually says that after some of the steps, if it derives to false, then we can insert a negation to the assumption that we have made. Okay, so this is negation, implication or negation insertion, the place where the insertion, like the negation actually inserted. A negation elimination. So where are you going to eliminate a negation? So in the derivation, while deriving for something, while proving for some of the premises to a conclusion, in case if you have both P and negation P to be valid in the same set of deduction, if you have a P and a negation P, some proposition and its negation are taken to be valid, it is not possible, right? So in that case, it is a falseness. So this is your negation elimination. So we are going to eliminate this negation. So this is your negation elimination. And the next important rule is double negation elimination. So double negation elimination comes under natural deduction rule. Okay, so what is double negation meaning? The inverse of inverse, like when you have double negation of P, it means that P is valid. P is true, negation P will be false, and negation of negation P will be true again, right? So that is your negation elimination. So these three are the natural rules that are applicable for negation. So I'll take one example where all these three substituted, like to show that like how it is actually working. So first example I'm taking this negation P implies P, and this is going to derive to P. Okay, I'm going to take the sequent, and in the sequent we are going to verify whether it is valid or not based on this natural deduction rule. So the given premises is, first step, take and write the premises, that is negation P implies P, and this is the given premise. Now what you're going to prove, we want to prove it to be P. Okay, but the problem is here with this premises, when you have an implication in the premises, to break this implication we need some other statement. It is not directly we cannot break it. Okay, when you want to break an implication, we need a substitution for another statement, but here in the given example we just have a single implication over here. So this cannot be directly implied, like directly taken out. So in the case, what we can do, we can take the reverse of your, like this is proved by, like a proof by contradiction method. We take the reverse of the given conclusion and we prove it to be false. Okay, so that is one way of proving. So the given conclusion is P. I take negation P as an assumption. Okay, so this is the assumption. I'm going to make negation P. Now I'm going to make the natural deduction rules, and finally I'm going to derive it. Like if it is possible to prove me to be false, then we can say that P is true. Okay, so the first step is like compare the premises and the assumption. We have negation P implies P, and here you have negation P. Okay, so this, by comparing these two statements using implies elimination of statement 1 and 2, this derives to P. Right? And now, see, you have negation P and P. So negation P and P, if both are in a single proof, okay, in a sequence, it says that negation P is valid and P is also valid. So that is not possible. So in that case, using negation elimination of statement 2 and 3, we can write it as false. Okay, so there is no possibility of proving P as P and negation P both to be valid. Okay, so now look at this. We start with the assumption and proven that to be a falseness. Okay, so here it says we start with some premises, and after a certain step it derives to false. In that case, what we can do, we can include negation to the taken assumption. So here we are going to include, so this is negation, implication or insertion from step 2 to 4. Based on the step 2 to 4, we started with the assumption as negation P and proven that to be false. In that case, I can add one more negation in the prefix of it. Okay, in the taken assumption, it is false. So I'm going to take it as negation of the assumption. And now sixth step is, what is double negation of P? Double negation of P can be written as P. This is double negation elimination by, for step 5, we got P. Okay, so this is a conclusion that is needed. See, this is a conclusion that is needed. So we started with the premise and we have taken some assumption and proven that to be false. And finally, we have derived this P. Okay, so this shows the utilization, like how we can include an negation, how we can eliminate an negation, and how a double negation can be eliminated. Okay, thank you.